Hey, what is going on YouTube? In today's video, we are going to take a look at Notion. I had recently switched over from Joplin, which was my old note-taking platform. With Notion, I feel like I could do so much more from taking notes, tracking tasks, everything in between. So for today's video, we're going to cover the steps that I used to create this template. So essentially, anytime I want to complete a hack the box machine, I had set up this template. So when we come in here and I want to create notes for this box that I'm going to be running through, I'm going to click on this button right here. This is going to get a lot better over time. So I am going to create a playlist with all the different Notion templates that I create for taking notes or even tracking everyday tasks. But for this example, we click on new machine. This is going to generate the template that I had already created, which I will cover in the steps in a few minutes. But after this comes up, we're going to change the name to, let's say, bashed for the machine name. As you can see, it took a little bit for some reason, but usually comes up pretty fast. This is the template notes that we're going to cover. But before we do that, here's some tags that we want to modify. So for the machine bashed, we know it is a easy machine. So we're going to go in here and we're going to assign that to easy. It's not completed yet, and if it was completed, we would check this box out. This will be used later for different views within this, so I could just see which machines I completed and what notes are done and so forth. So now that's pretty much it. We could close out of that, and that created that template for the machine bashed. And here's kind of a board highlighting the different machines that we're going to complete. Since I'm starting over, I'm not going to import all of my old notes, so I'm just going to, going forward, any new machines that I complete is going to import into here. So if we wanted to edit this, we would go into here and we're going to just do open in new window. And now we can just take our notes as we are going through that machine, which is super cool. So for the rest of this video, we're going to cover the steps that I used in order to create this template and database and tables and views associated with all of that. So if there's anything that I missed, be mindful that I am still new to using Notion, but I am super excited to use it as it seems like a super convenient and nice solution replacing Joplin. The only downside to this, which I covered in another video, there is no offline version really, but that's for another day. So with that being said, let's go ahead and knock out this little tutorial. So hopefully I could help you taking notes when you complete hack the box machines. So the first thing that I did was add a new page, and in this page I created a table. Since we do not have a database yet, we'll go ahead and select the database, which was already selected over here. We're going to create a database, so in here we'll just label it hack the box. Just do hack the box. New database, hack the box. So just a simple database or table. And in here, the only thing that we really want is, like you've seen in the example at the intro, was the machine name. So we go here, we'll just change this to machine name. Could even change this logo to maybe computer. Tags, go ahead and we'll just edit this property. Actually, no, go in here and we'll do easy, medium, hard. Since we want to kind of correlate those with the colors, we're going to assign that easy to green. We can leave that at orange, kind of just like it is on hack the box, and we'll do hard, we'll do red. The next steps aren't really as necessary. I am going to be using this at a later date, but I had added these fields to start off the database. So in here, I just said date completed. And then we want to add one more, and we'll do a track box. And we'll just say status. So maybe anytime we complete it, we'll do this, and we'll generate a date. So this way, maybe at a later date, if we wanted to create another table or another view of this table, and we wanted to maybe filter out which ones were completed or which ones weren't, or which ones were completed during a certain time to see maybe which boxes are more relevant for this period of time, we can do that. From here, I had a hard time finding this out when I was doing it. We want to create a template, and to do so, you're going to create a template within this database or table. So go over here on the right side, drop it down. You're going to select new template. So this is going to be the template that generates every time we click that button that's shown in the intro. So here we'll go ahead and we'll say HTTP, which will be replaced. We could even kind of like do something like this, kind of, you know, show that it needs to be changed. We will leave these default. Obviously, we will edit it once we get in there. Here's where we will add the various headings and text information within that note page. Actually, better yet, we will just copy over what we have with that template we used earlier. So let's go ahead and we'll check out port scanning. Now that I'm looking at the template, it does look a little, I messed something up with the title, but it's fine. The port scanning, here's kind of where we will post our nmap pictures or whatever. That's usually what I do. We'll just say bullet for now. Down here we'll do web enumeration. Usually what I do, if there's like a port 80, you know, a web service running on this machine that I'm scanning, I'll go ahead and run like Dirtbust or something like that, and then any results that I get, I'll kind of paste them in here to later reference. Additional notes. Probably missed something, so let's go ahead and make a small heading inside there. And we'll say directories. And that's where we will get that pasted. And then usually what I'll do, since there's a lot going on, we'll do additional notes. Just some random notes that if I find relevant, I'll kind of paste it in there. From here, let's create one for the foothold. I kind of just put user.text next to it, kind of highlighting this is where we're just getting first into the machine, probably with not much permissions, but we could get the user.text in this part of the note taking. This may change over time, the methodology, the methods that I follow. But for now, this is kind of what I've been doing when I'm going through Hack the Box machine. So this is just a simple template that I had set up. Like I said, this may change over time. You could modify it as you would like. And then the last one is just privilege escalation. So anything, we're trying to get that root.txt. That's kind of where we will place these notes down here. And that's pretty much it. What you could also do, what I did, is you could add a cover to the top. To do so, you go here, change cover, upload file. What I did is, after reading their documentation, it seems like you could use their banner as long as it's exactly the same, certain measurements and stuff like that. So that's what I did, just to make this a little bit nicer. But really, at this point, all we have to do is create another page, and in that page, create a button that creates these templates. When we click that button, let's go ahead and X those out, as these are all empty. We'll go again to the left side over here, hit add page. In here, we are going to do a empty page, and we could just do hack the box. This, like I said, it's going to change over time. But the first thing that we want to do is create a button. This is fairly new, so I did have some hard time setting this up at first, as it was not really intuitive, although it looks like it is. So we'll just say new machine. This is the title. Again, you can change the icon of pretty much anything, which is super cool. This looks like an apple, brown apple, for whatever reason. Anytime this button is clicked, it will perform any of these functions here. So what you want to do is add a page to, select the database. The important thing that I noticed is that if you do not have a template created, this option won't even be here, and you will just go nuts trying to get a template imported when you click this button. So create that template. This drop down will appear. Click this one, which is the one that we created. The next thing that you want to do, so it does a top-down approach, so this step will occur first, and then the following steps thereafter. So what we want to do is open that page. So as you remember, it would open on the right side, so we can kind of edit the title, edit the tags, and anything else that we would like. We're going to change that to side peek. For the select page, we're going to select the new page that has been added. So pretty much any page that gets created here will be opened here. And that's going to be it. So if we click new machine, as you can see, it opens up that template that we had just created together. Change this out, and we will call it bashed. And that is pretty much it. So if we get out of here, and if we open up our table, there's our bash machine. What we forgot to do is we forgot to change the tag, which you could do so here. The other thing that I had shown in the other example was I had a board that showed all of them in order from easy, medium, and hard. So we'll kind of do that real quick. So we'll just do view. So this is going to be a table view of that Hack the Box database that we had created earlier. In here, I believe we're going to go to layout and board. We'll play around with the settings, but this is pretty much the default here. So here's your easy, hard, and medium. I turned this off and went to hide. That's pretty much it. So again, I'll kind of highlight this example. You could change this too. You could hide the database title, rename this, and just say Hack the Box. I don't know, something simple like that. But just to kind of go over the example again, so if we hit new machine, again, it will pop up. Here's our new machine. Say blue for the eternal blue machine that we had completed a few weeks ago. And there, we'll change this to hard because it was very hard. I'm joking, it was easy. We don't want to do status or completed or anything like that. And that's it. What you could do is if you wanted to see the dates that these get completed or the checkboxes, I believe you could go in here and you could even change what is shown. So if you do like status or date completed, those will show up there. That's pretty cool, just to kind of see what is done. You could even do this again, but that wouldn't make sense because it's already up here. So we'll just get rid of that. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed that video. This was a quick tutorial on how to use Notion for your Hack the Box notes. I do urge or suggest everybody who is completing these machines or learning hacking or cybersecurity, system administration, and anything in between there, take notes. I have hundreds and hundreds of notes over the years. I'm pretty much like my own artificial intelligence. I just go to my note takes and just search them real quick and find some stuff. So I do suggest that you do the same thing. It will only help you progress in this industry. That's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, never stop learning.